It's amazing that they always get that many kids to show up at this meeting.
Well, I was surprised they weren't here at the one where they, so that might have been just a
Maybe
coordination.
a lot more on vacation or something, but yeah, I came 1, 2, 3. I got 7.
The internet says it's 7.
You got 7.
I got 7.
Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Here.
Mr. Cruz?
Here.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Here.
Mr. Schwartz?
Present.
Mr. Unang?
I'm here. First thing on the agenda this evening is the June 11th board meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion is made by Chris,
Second.
seconded by Georgianne. Any questions, comments, changes? Roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Unang?
Yes, motion passes. Moving into the public comment period, we have 2 public comment periods each meeting. The first one, we ask that it stays with agenda items. The one at the end of the meeting, we'll talk about anything that you want to talk about. So if you have any public comment dealing with agenda items now would be your chance.
Good evening, Supervisors. My name is Kathy Wagner. I live at 6057 Snyder's Church Road, Bath, PA. I'm here tonight to urge the board to uphold the formal recommendation of our Planning Commission to vote to deny the combined text and zoning map amendment requested by Miller's Manufacturing Community. The applicant's legal counsel, if he was here, would argue that the township is authorized to pass overlays. While that's true under certain codes, the overlays are intended to protect specialized municipal and natural features. Using custom overlays to artificially carve out an island of high density for single developer is textbook definition of invalid spot zoning under Pennsylvania law. If this board votes to approve a custom density expanding text amendment tailored to this specific lot, you're setting destabilizing township-wide precedent. You will render the suburban residential protections completely meaningless, opening the door for any developer to demand any arbitrary relief. Our Planning Commission recognized what this overlay truly is, an attempt to bypass our standard zoning to force incompatible housing density onto a fixed parcel of land. This creates direct, documented impacts on our community. This creates soil, infrastructure issues, most importantly, the water table. You've heard many times before, we've had one resident whose well went dry. We have another resident who has now have sediment coming into her house because the table waters are so low. Not to mention that his residents testified, or at the last Planning Commission meeting, that he periodically turns off the water because there's not enough water supply. And when approached to him, he said he would try to fix it. It is yet to be fixed. There's water supply issues all around the area, and to literally put in an infrastructure that's not even allowed in this development is just unfathomable. Land usage must serve the general public welfare, not alleviate an applicant's private economics. Supervisors, the committee relies on your comprehensive plan to protect our neighborhoods. The experts on our Planning Commission did their job thoroughly, vetted the proposal, and recommended denial. Please do your job tonight, protect our township, support your Planning Commission, protect our infrastructure, and vote no on the Miller Manufacturing Home request. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on to, let's see here. Find it here.
Oh, you don't have to write it down.
Yeah, we're looking for a motion to ratify some general fund checks, number 4852 to 4915, totaling $210,503.66.
So moved.
Second?
Motion was made by Mark, seconded by Lou. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Eubanks?
Yes, motion passes. Now we're looking for a recommendation to ratify the fire fund checks 59 to 60, totaling $6,187.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Mark, seconded by Georgianne. Questions? Roll call?
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Eubanks?
Yes, motion passes. And we're looking for a recommendation to ratify the Historical Society Fund check number 89 for $500.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Chris, seconded by Georgianne. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Eubanks?
Yes, motion passes. Okay, moving into supervisors' business. We have introduction of the 2026 camp counselors. You're up.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to give you a quick update on summer camp. Hard to believe we're in our third week already. Things are moving really quick. I can't thank these counselors behind me enough for what they've done so far. This year, campers, we have a lot of young ones. So the older ones are kind of fading out, so we're building the program back up. There's like 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds we have a lot of, so it's going very well. And they're all enjoying it. We have a lot of great things the first 3 weeks. We had the Pocono Wildlands down. Every Thursday we have the ice cream truck come, and they love that. We have a bunch of other stuff that we're doing, and coming up the next 4 weeks we have two people from the WFMZ coming. We have Clayton Stiver, who's going to come and talk to the children about the weather, and then Rick Holmes, who's a reporter, he's going to be coming as well and talk to the kids. We're going back to skate away with the kids. We're going to be at Hampton Lanes. What was it, like, it was Tuesday we're at the Iron Pigs game. It was summer camp day. Everybody there, the place was loaded with summer camp kids. We had a great time there, plus the Pigs won in 10 innings, which was really nice. But things are going really well, and I'm very happy with everything. And I can't thank Angela, who's been helping us with the Facebook pages on the website, and also Bree and Rachel, who I'll be introducing very shortly. It takes a group of people to pull this off, and it's not just what I program, it's to help getting things going and moving things. It's these people behind me, and as I said, they're great kids. We have 9 returning and 5 that are new, and you'll meet them tonight as well. They're great kids. Some of them are high school students yet. Some of them are going into college, and some of them are ready to graduate in college. That's how long they've been with us. Bree, who I'm going to introduce very shortly. She's had a number of interviews for different schools. She graduated this year from college, and she's looking for a teaching job. As you all know, teaching jobs right now are hard to get. But she's, because of the resumes that I gave her, and some of the other stuff, there's like 4 or 5 schools that are interested in her. So I'm hoping she connects and gets herself a job. Over the years, I can't tell you how many counselors from our program got jobs in the field of education, and it makes me feel so good that they get their start here at summer camp with our children. And you guys you should be proud of that as well. They're in the field of education and they're getting jobs in schools, whether it's elementary, middle, or high school. They're all fielding. They're all doing a great job. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce, we have 2 head counselors here. Rachel McCary, who was our head counselor last year and did a great job. She's also doing it again this year, and she's as I said, she's doing a great job. And her assistant is Brianna Weaver, who I made her as a head counselor too. So I'll let them introduce. If they want anything to say, they can say something, and then I'll be back.
Hi, my name is Rachel McCary. This is my 4th year as a summer camp. This is my 4th year as a summer camp counselor, 2nd year as a head counselor. I attended the camps. This is my 13th year total. I am going to NAC in the fall for their welding program. Hi,
I'm Bree. This is my third year at camp, my first year being a head counselor. I just graduated from Westchester University, majoring in biology secondary education. So right now I'm just interviewing for a teaching job.
I'm Davin Holland. I'm going to be 11th grade in Northampton Area High School, and I'm looking for something to do in college, so I don't know what to do yet. And this is my first year being a counselor.
I'm Brady Woolslayer. This is my first year as a counselor, and I go to Northampton Area High School, and I'm going to be a junior.
My name is Avery Wilson. I'm going to be a junior at Northampton Area High School, and it's my first year being a counselor.
My name is Josiah Wright. This is going to be my second year as a counselor here, and I'm going to be a senior at Whitehall High School.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Laub. This is my fourth year at camp being a counselor. I also, like Rachel, attended camp when I was a kid, so I'm really excited to be back. I'm attending Westchester. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm studying psychology.
Hi guys, I'm Sienna Wicker. I just graduated from Eastern Area High School and will be going to Kutztown University for early education. This is my first year being a camp counselor here.
My name is Miriam. This is my third year as a camp counselor, and I'll be attending Cedar Crest College for psychology.
Hello, I'm Giovanna Marzouk. This is my second year as camp counselor, and I will be a senior at Whitehall High School.
I'm Amelia. I'm going to be a junior in Whitehall High School, and this is my first year. My name is Adelise. This is my second year as a camp counselor, and I will be attending Moravian University studying psychology.
As you can see, a lot of them were psychologists majors, and that fits in perfect for me, so I'm the one they're going to go after, okay? I told them I'll be the first one to do their study with. But as I mentioned, they're great kids. We have the young man back here is a Whitehall wrestler. The other three in the back play lacrosse for Northampton. You know, they're all great kids, you know, and we have a great time with them. And one other note before I leave, I had gotten a note from Angela, I don't know if anybody in here is in here to talk about it, but we've had an issue at the park, Bicentennial Park, about a lot of people bringing dogs in the park, and they're going in there without leashes on. And I I talked to a bunch of them today at the park that were walking their dogs with a leash, and I said, did you ever have problems with dogs coming after yours? And they did say, yeah. So I did talk to our two workers down there, and of course, when I'm down there, I'm watching for it. If I see anybody running around, any people coming in with their dogs and taking them off the leash, I will let them know, just so you guys know that I am working on that, and if I see it, it's becoming a problem, but we're going to try and nip that in the bud. And the workers are told, and I'll be watching that as well. So I just wanted to let you know that.
We also posted something on social media with the
Right, I
park
did see
rules
it
again,
come
Yep.
through the
so
East
we
Down
can
website.
reiterate that we need to be on the
So that's it.
I have
Any
a
question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
The website, I used to follow the website, but it doesn't seem like it's locked now, so can we still see what's going on, or?
For camp, this year we decided for the safety of the camp kids to make it a private Facebook page, so only the parents and the counselors can have access. But if you send in and look it up, it's East Allen Summer Camp 2026. You have to request access to it, and then we can give you access. But we're not just putting it out there just for the safety of the kids.
Right, and I understand that. But I know before I used to
So
get
each
on
year
it.
we're going to start a new
So I like to
Facebook
see what's
page for
going
that
on. I
year.
think it's
year's
kind of
camp.
nice, and
Yeah.
they do a wonderful job.
Yeah, we've been posting every day. The girls have been great posting stuff, so we've been keeping it going just to have more information on there. We just want to keep it secure for the kids.
And last week with the heat that we had, the fire company, Angela had her husband come down with the fire engines, and they hosed the kids down, and they loved it. It was good. We had a great day. So I want to thank them as well. I don't want to forget them. So thank you again. If you have any other questions, if not, we'll leave you guys and enjoy your meeting.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on our list is, we're looking for a recommendation to approve Resolution 2026-009, which is the conditional final plan approval for the lot line adjustment at 6893 Steuben Road.
So moved.
Okay, motion was made by Chris,
I'll second.
seconded by Lou. Jim or Joe, do you have anything to add?
No, the resolution does include the June 22nd, 2026 Hanover Engineering Review Letter, so that's already included.
And that's our most recent review on that subject, Roger.
Okay. Board have anything? Roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Unick?
Yes, motion passes. Now we're looking for a recommendation to approve the security release number 2 for the Route 329 Elementary School in the amount of, I'm gonna need glasses. Make sure I get this one right. $1,028,121.24 for site improvements that have been completed.
So moved.
Motion was made by Chris,
Second.
seconded by Georgianne.
Just under discussion, it's just the security release. We're not actually giving them $1,028,000. Yeah, just so everybody knows.
All right.
And they still have an escrow balance of $1,551,000 for things that they need to do yet.
And our taxes went up 4%.
1/4, isn't it?
Don't get me
Don't
started.
forget
We have
that
to vote.
quarter.
Fired up.
Anything else? Roll call, please.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Unick?
Yes, motion passes. Letter D was stricken from the agenda. And E, we're looking for a consideration of a request for a zoning text and map amendment at 8230 Airport Road.
Are they putting anything on, Roger, before we do this?
I'm assuming you have a presentation. Now would be the time.
Good evening. My name is Ryan Dirk and I represent Miller's Manufactured Home Community. I'm with Paul Suchak, the engineer from Benchmark Engineering, and Mr. Miller is with us this evening. We've been before you a couple times. We've now got 5 members present. I don't know how much I need to reiterate as you've had the application for some time now. We're seeking an amendment to the zoning code to allow for creation of an overlay district in the area of the property where Mr. Miller is seeking to put 28 homes. These are the 28 homes that are the very high-end, double-width manufactured homes with carports, walking trails, community center, a very tricked-out, high-end, Florida-style mobile home community, not unlike something that would have foundations, actually. And we've come before you. I've explained it all in the submission. The bases are spelled out. Why we need to do this. We've been over that ground a couple times at this point. This is the easiest avenue for us to do this. The biggest concern that was raised in front of the Planning Commission and in front of the board has been the issue of, we don't want to have rampant abuse of, the privilege of putting trailer parks in East Allen Township taken by all sorts of groups. Particularly, nobody wants private equity coming in and saying, all right, let's put a whole bunch of these things all over the place. And that by allowing Mr. Miller's development, that would occur. We believe that the overlay district, which allows the Board of Supervisors in the township to put specific rules on Mr. Miller's project, would address that. It will preclude anyone from coming in and just saying, we're going to put one up and we're going to do it the way we want to do it. You guys that have control, because the overlay district is not something that opens under the MPC, the overlay district doesn't open the restrictions, it actually allows you to create additional restrictions. And that, in concert with the amendments that are set forth in the submission, would create a scenario where during the land development process, what Mr. Miller does would be subject to everything that you all would want to put conditions on. We've heard people come in and say during the last couple of meetings that there's going to be an issue with, traffic nearby or things like that. We don't believe that that's a real concern, and we also don't believe that there's a real concern with the water table issues that were raised. That's all going to get swept up into the land development. That's either going to work or it's not going to work. And if it doesn't work in land development, then it isn't going to happen, because he's going to be precluded from doing something that would negatively alter water use by neighboring residents. So we have submitted, I believe the solicitor, Joe, you have the plan that we submitted the last time.
Yes, if I remember, it was January 19th, 2026, that's how long ago I believe it is.
It is, that's the original,
It
yes.
spells out the requests and specific.
And that has the amendment, yes.
And that has the plan attached to it. That was the plan that I think that we had gone over a couple times.
And when I was here last time, I also handed up, but I brought copies of them again, which I'm happy to resubmit to everybody, the proposed form of the ordinance, the adjustment that would be made to the code. So I'll hand those up again if that's okay. I have enough copies this time. I didn't have that many last time. Keep in mind, this is a proposed form of it. Thank you. You're free to alter those.
Thank you.
And what we're here tonight for is not, we're not asking for the actual creation of the ordinance. We're only asking for the right to have you vote on it. The way your municipal code works, I'm sorry, your ordinance works, we have to ask you for permission to hold a vote, which we would then have to come up in front of you again and submit an application. And at that point, you would be able to ask us all the specific nuts and bolts questions that you would like. I believe at this juncture we have enough information that's been submitted now. I think 3 times we've been in front of you on this, and I think that would create. I think that there's enough basis here to give us a vote. I think the standard, would be, I would submit, because I don't know what the standard is. I've not been able to locate that. There is no specific rule on what East Allen Township, what I have to prove in order to get to a vote. Effectively, I'm just coming here and saying, I think we've submitted enough and we've acted in good faith that we are entitled to have you guys vote on whether this amendment to the zoning code should be considered. We're only asking for you to vote us enough to let us come in front of you and say this is how we think it would be, it would be altered, and then that would be a final vote. Because I do not believe at this juncture, and the solicitor can correct me if I'm wrong, that the township could hold a vote tonight on the ultimate relief. We'd have to come before you again.
Yeah.
So, and there is one additional submission which I have this evening, which is Mr. Suchek put together an alternative plan that we were considering incorporating in the event that we can't do this plan, and we wanted to give an idea of what would be the alternative, because we are in a spot here where he spent a lot of money on this land with the intention of using it to develop it, and we believe that, and I'll let Paul speak to this, that in the event that there is not, that we don't move forward with the amendment, we would probably wind up altering the current project as reflected in this plan. And if you want to describe the changes, Paul?
Sure. From a prior zoning appeal, there was 14 units approved that had been always illustrated as to be up along Airport Road. We're proposing to pull them back, actually behind where you would have seen that loop, more up behind the woodlands. That frees up the land where the loop would have been for us to put in new septic fields and such to feed the existing park plus the new. So in the event that we don't go forward with the 28 development, we would take those 14 units and pull them to the back instead of up against the roadway.
Is that reflected on that?
And that's reflected in this.
Thank you, Chair.
And that's simply for your consideration for, again, allowing us to vote on this, because that's where we'd be if, we don't have the vote. And we think that if we were able to do the project the way it is, it would be an improvement, significant improvement to the community, rather than having to do it the way that we would be compelled to do it with this new plan. We'd like to avoid that, and I guess I'm here with hat in hand saying, can we have a vote?
I have a question for someone, if it's all right.
That's what we're here for.
So what we're looking at here was approved a different way. Would they not have to come in front of the board again for this?
Sorry?
For the original 13?
All we're doing tonight is deciding whether
Yeah,
there's
but
going
I'm
to
saying
be.
what they handed us here, the revised plan for the 13 that were already approved. If they're gonna change the plan, wouldn't they have to come in front of the board again?
Yes.
Thank you.
Right, Joe? That would be a question. for-
Yeah, I think that would be an amendment of these, I think you probably understand that.
No,
It would be
yeah,
on the
absolutely.
Development plan, probably.
Yeah, that-
It's
yeah,
It's a land
absolutely.
development plan, yeah.
Fully,
Oh, yeah,
fully vetted and, yeah.
In addition to that, the conditional approval stated that it was to be substantially in conformance with the exhibits and testimony presented that evening. So this, in and of itself, could potentially require the conditional use or the conditional approval that we had for that.
It's our position that this fits within the parameters of what was allowed in the conditional use, but with all the, yes.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to look at it, but it very well could be, but it's something we have, but certainly at a minimum, it would be a land development plan.
Yes, absolutely.
So I have a question. So if it's different than this one, and this one's not working, but it's still asking for exceptions beyond what we have right now, they're still looking for.
The new proposal?
Right.
So, yeah, the new proposal is good, would require, of course, amendments to the ordinance and also the zoning
So
map.
it
and-
still
yeah.
needs that more
And so that the audience knows, the purpose of them being before the board this evening is under section 609 of the municipality's planning code. A landowner has the right to come before a municipal body and request that that body hold a public hearing to determine whether or not, after all the testimony, they want to grant the request. Tonight is simply the process of asking the board whether or not the board would even consider holding the public hearing that is that's set forth in section 609. So obviously, nothing can be approved tonight other than, either we're not going anywhere with this, or we'll have a public hearing and let the public and everybody else participate and make a determination. So that's really what's before you this evening. Did that help?
We do have a lot of people in the room tonight, and I assume you're here for this. Sometimes what we do is not simple, it's a little complicated. So, does everybody understand tonight's vote does not approve this? It just allows them to have a hearing at a future date. Okay, so just so everybody understands what we're voting on, we are not voting to approve this. We're voting to approve, to allow them to have a hearing. So just so everybody understands what we're voting on.
And Roger, if I could just add, and then of course, prior to that hearing, it goes back to, even though our planning commission already rendered opinion, they may have rendered an opinion solely on whether or not to have the public hearing. So we go back to our planning commission. It would also go back to the Lehigh Valley Planning Commission, and the Lehigh Valley Planning Commission will have an opportunity to review the proposed ordinance and map amendment, and they would also have an opportunity to opine.
And that's as to the new proposal
That is correct.
Yes, because Lehigh Valley Planning Commission has already weighed in on the current application. And I believe you have copies of that was
I
submitted.
believe we do, yeah.
Does anybody need a copy of that? We have, okay. In fact, during the last hearing, a gentleman who lives in one of Mr. Miller's parks spoke on this issue, and his testimony dovetailed with Lehigh Valley Planning Commission's position, which is that this fills in a necessary blank in relation to housing in the area, because they're expensive. This is not, anybody who thinks that this is, just a typical mobile home park, this is a different animal altogether. This is, these are not cheap, and they hit a mid-range. There's the buyer who would, I'm sure you're all aware, mobile homes have become like a hot thing right now. Everyone's buying them, they're flipping for crazy prices all over the place. These are not like that. These aren't like, $40,000 units that are trading for 80 in the current market because people can't afford to buy houses. These are things where the buyer of these is going to be a person who has financial means, because you're looking at something that's in the area of, I think, Eric, it's what, $250,000 for these things? $300,000?
And I think a lot of the concerns aren't that they're pretty, you know what I mean, or livable and have extra space. I think the thing is that, when he does come here and we ask him not to do something, he does it anyway. And then the thing is that you're asking for things, and all these people are showing up saying about the water, and I've heard that about the water too being shut off and things like that. So my concern is just not that they're so pretty, and and I understand that he has a business, but what is good for the people? You know what I mean? That's what is good for our our environment and our people living here. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, but what's to say that he could change it 10 times? It doesn't mean that he's ever going to listen. You know what I mean? And then we get back in the same situation, starting all over again. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
I think you do have, you obviously have code enforcement. So if there's something that isn't up to snuff, land development, I think, ties a lot of it up, because that's going to lock him into what he can do, and that's going to, that's engineering. It's not going to be an option.
But
for
we
him
did
to-
have code enforcement go out too and say that. So it doesn't mean that it's going to happen.
You could, and
Well, we did at that time. So didn't we? Did we have code enforcement go out at the time when all the trees were taken down?
No,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well,
you can also have the great component of the overlay district is you guys get to throw, it's like a giant conditional use, not a giant, actually, it's a smaller conditional use. You get to tell him what he can do effectively. The overlay district is your baby. I mean, you can build into the overlay district that these are the conditions, and that can tie his hands in whatever regard you desire to, and a violation of that would be a violation of codes, which would be enforceable, and, I can't speak to the past. I can't, but I can tell you, I've been working with the guy for a while now, and, I think Mr. Miller runs probably, I represent about 18 parks. It just happened that way. Mark Malcolmus passed away. I inherited a whole bunch of his business. Of all the parks that I've seen, I've not seen anything like this. And I work for a bunch of different ones, from the little ones to the ones that are managed by national management companies. I would say that Mr. Miller has exhibited one of, and I got this from his own tenants, one of the best run organizations around. And the thing that I think is, it can't be overstated, is that this is a family business. His folks did it, and he's trying to expand upon that. And I think that that's an important thing, because hopefully no one sees this. I do work for people, who are owned by private equity, who get involved in this. Different animal altogether. You don't want those parks floating around, because those are just money machines, and it's like they're always trying to cut the corners. I actually said to Mr. Miller early on about this project, I said, why are you building something that's this nice? Why go through all this expense? And he said, this is the project that I wanted to put in. So I get the concerns, and I've sat through the meetings, and I've heard Mr. Cruz and Mr. Miller have, back and forth about trees and things like that. All I can say is, I think he deserves at least a shot to have it considered, because I think the future can be something that's a heck of a lot more positive than what has happened in the past. Yes, there are differences. I heard about the trees, but the other part of it is, this is smack in the middle of mobile home areas. So this isn't like you're altering anything. You're keeping it within the neighborhood descriptions. And what I'm told, and Paul or Eric, please correct me if I'm wrong, there's enough distance, the way these are laid out with the original plan, not the alternative, that you're not really going to see them. People came to the last meeting, they said, oh, I'm going to see this. You're not. We can bury these. We can put these are going to be one story. They're going to be hidden. There's going to be a lot of buffer on this. So you're not going to be just sitting there staring at somebody in your backyard, which I think a few people had concerns about. So, you know, I respectfully think it's going to be aesthetically nice. I don't think there's going to be a traffic situation because you only got, 28 units? And, you know, it's high end. I think these are people who are going to come into the area, they're going to spend money. It's going to, you know, it's going to be a good neighborhood. I think it at least deserves a vote. If we come in front of you and you say, no dice, understood. But I would hate to see us be preemptively staunched from getting any further at this juncture, because I think we've demonstrated good faith and a real intent to try to build something that I think would be a benefit to the community.
You done? You finished? Okay.
This was updated.
Board have any comments or questions or discussion notes?
No.
Maybe. I'll get that.
Okay.
I can do that. Jim or Joe, do you have anything to add, or?
Nothing from me, Roger.
No, and in fact, the only thing I did want to mention is I heard Georgianne, she was a little confused by the number that the attorney had. His number was pertaining to this, Georgianne, not what would have been already previously approved as part of the
So there's
conditional use.
43 total.
Right.
That's what I thought, 43.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Because you keep
yeah.
saying 28, and I'm like, I know it was a lot more than that.
That's just, yes, that's.
Okay.
correct.
That was the only thing I wanted to clarify.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I did ask Chris, because I thought I was,
All right, at this time, I'm gonna ask for a motion from the board.
I will make a motion to deny the zoning and text amendment for a public hearing for, I guess it's Orchard Manufacturing Home Park.
and I'll second that.
Okay, motion is made by Chris, seconded by Georgianne to deny. So a yes vote is to deny, just so everybody understands.
And just so we're clear and the record is clear, it's not to deny the plan, it's to not deny the request for a public meeting on the proposed amendment.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Roll call.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Ms. Hunsinger?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Eubanks?
Yes. Motion passed. Okay. Moving into staff reports. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, nothing under manager, under the reports, nothing under secretary. Treasurer's report, we have, any questions on that? Tax collector, nothing. Solicitor, very good report, Joe.
At least 30 days prior to the hearing. It's almost mandatory.
Engineer?
The only thing I have to add, and hopefully everybody had a chance to take a look at that, the only thing I have to add is we've been given an update on the Township Line Road construction schedule. They're looking to start the first Monday of August.
Nice.
What is that
We
for?
had actually tried to push them to start in July and get in and out between the holidays and not affect school bus traffic, but they couldn't free up a crew quickly enough.
Yeah, it's a lot of
What is the time frame on that? Like, time span?
They should be done before the end of September,
So 2 months?
roughly 2 months.
And I did hear that,
Well, it's also being facilitated by the fact that with the detour that's proposed for Township Line Road, that'll help them be more efficient as far as getting more done each day. Because one of the problems with working on PennDOT roads, when you have to set up and break down every day, you really only get about a 5 to 6 hour workday.
Are you just gonna run it through that farmer's field?
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't approach that person either.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to do that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it would go over too well.
Jim, are you aware it might not have gotten to you, and you might not even have your fingers involved with this at all, but a hole opened up on the Jacksonville Bridge?
You would have loved it today. For all the times you told me I don't have to wear a tie and a jacket, I was under the bridge today like this.
oh my God.
So yes, we are working on it. We're taking a look at that. Initially, after looking at it, we're gonna have to do some remedial work quickly. I'm anticipating that at a minimum, we'll probably look at potentially plating across that area and potentially going to lane width restrictions as well, similar to what we're talking about with Halvia.
Okay.
So yes, I am aware of it. I'm
There's
waiting.
a plate in that bridge somewhere already.
I thought they had removed it when they did the last round of remediation, but I don't know that for certain. So,
Okay.
but that's what we're looking at right now. It's the worst section of it is that outside northerly beam. A lot of the concrete has spalled away and things, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the report shows from the inspection, and then I've already talked to our structural people.
Is it to the point that we need to make it one lane, or?
I don't know that we're at that point yet, but we're getting closer to that point, yes.
Is it closed now?
No, it's not closed. Brent had the Public Works put cones along the edge to just keep them away from that edge and to minimize any additional wear and tear on the area where the hole is started.
Because I've seen bridges already where they make them stop.
Right.
And they only let one car go and then the next car from the other side.
That's considered a self-regulating one-lane bridge,
mean,
and that would be the most likely.
If that's what we need to do, I would definitely move to have that done, because that's gonna help extend it.
It's definitely something we'll be looking at, and that could eventually be the same type of scenario at Halvia as well. The two difficulties for that are, because of the over vertical, we have to make sure that there's adequate sight distance at both ends of the bridge, so that if you're coming up, you can see me and know that you have to stop, and vice versa, whether we put stop signs there or not. So that's one thing that we would have to double check. And then obviously the other that compounds all of our issues with that bridge at this time is the fact that with the railroad tracks right there, you can't have somebody stopping at a stop sign across railroad tracks. So that, again, we have to look at the placement of that, the sight distance and things.
Yeah, you should be able to put it before the tracks.
Which makes it harder to see over the bridge to the, so again, these are interrelated things that we'll look at and evaluate once we find out what the final determination is from that. But on a quick fix, I would say anticipate plating and potentially lane width restrictions.
I'm just gonna make my standard comment when it comes to this bridge is, it's a shame our fire company can't use it, school buses can't use it, but everyday tractor trailers with their GPSs go over it many times.
When they close one road, then they all go over it.
And this is what happens when they don't stop using an old bridge. It falls apart.
If a fire company will use it anyway.
You could.
All right, back to, thank you, Jim. Anything else?
I have nothing further. Does anyone have any additional questions for me?
Lost my place. Treasurer, tax collector, engineer. Public Works, we have no report this month. Oh, yeah, we do. We have a June and July Public Works. Board have anything about that? We have the Planning Commission, should be a set of minutes. Stop me if you want to have some fun. Parks and Recreation. Okay, zoning. Anything under FRCA, Georgiana?
No, we didn't meet last month, but one thing I do is, in the process of writing an email to Alice and also Allen Township, because they wanted to go through a budget, but nobody wants to bring any numbers of what everything costs for the employees and the insurances and everything else, and I'm like, I'm not voting for anything or talking about anything unless I have papers in front of me.
Yeah, you gotta have the
You know what I
numbers.
mean? So I'm trying to get that, I don't know if anybody else can help me, but,
Let me do it.
I'll CC when I'm finished with the email, because it got a little lengthy. Okay? But otherwise, it was canceled last month, but this month we'll be going.
It's hard to set a budget without numbers.
Yes.
I know.
That approval.
Show me the money and then I'll let you know.
Required buffers and that burns.
That's the whole point of a budget, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, you know, it just seems like, but I did hear that the supervisor's supposed to be on that board, but I'm the only supervisor that actually shows up, nobody else does. And, you know, it's just.
Yeah,
like
the original
minutes and
bylaws
everything.
were for elected officials only. I don't know whether they changed that or not, I don't know, but,
You know, and some people, you know, well, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, but that's okay.
so. All right, thank you. Ambulance, we have a report.
Yep, it's in there.
Fire company, we have several things. We saw him walk in, where's he hiding? There you are. You have anything?
The new truck's finally in production.
All right.
Should be getting another report tomorrow. Should be on its way.
All right.
They give you a time frame.
October, November.
December, January.
And does someone, the supervisors show up at your meetings also? Do we appoint somebody for that?
No.
No.
Okay.
You're always welcome.
You're always welcome.
I know, my spare time.
Yeah.
But I thought Mark actually was, but
We don't really have anything, and then last month was the busiest month so far this year.
you don't have any meetings coming up?
Not this month, no, we're going.
Well, maybe you
until-
can notify me then, maybe if I can make it, then I'll show up.
Typically the first Monday of every month.
First Monday, okay, thank you.
For August.
Okay, open space. Chris, anything?
So we're waiting for the meeting with Brent. I'll actually hit on 3 of these. River Central, the plan is done. I saw the plan for River Central. We're waiting to set up a meeting, and we're gonna try to time it with the Historic Society, because those are the same group of people that worked on that, just so they can review it. And, River Central, I think we're on the 4th draft?
Yes.
Fourth final draft?
Yeah, fourth and final, that's what it
Final
says.
draft?
No,
It's at least
that was
entitled
set
that.
out.
Not the fourth and final, the fourth final. Let's be clear.
Well, that's true. So we're hoping very, very soon.
Next month.
I was told mid-May. Maybe I should have specified which
You
year.
didn't ask what year.
It grew
Well,
it grew to
that's-
over
I mean,
it grew to over
Joe-
450 pages.
But Joe, I think we're
We're
there.
close. Oh, yeah, there's just
We're,
dotting the i's and crossing the t's, making sure sections and subsections
I
match
think the
up.
biggest problem is everyone's overthinking right now.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that we don't have something that we miss. So there's got to be a point, though, where we say, listen, this is it, let's let the board look at it.
Yep.
So, and then the Historic Society, we were told mid-July by Brent, we should be caught up on everything that we need, that we'll be able to go out for bid for that, for the house.
I got it marked on my calendar.
And we're working on, the website right now.
That's the fee that we approved for the website.
I'm sorry?
That's
Yeah.
the fee that we approved.
Correct, but the website is up and running, it's up and running just for us to view, it's not
Right.
online.
Not online,
The next meeting, that we're trying to plan a group session where more than one person can run the website.
Is it gonna be online, did I hear? The next meeting online?
We are not online.
Yeah, that's right, I thought the minutes said something about an online meeting. But maybe it's us coming here to go
No,
online.
we're never online.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Chris, anything else?
Anything else?
Nope, I'm sorry,
You done?
I'm done.
Okay.
But if anyone wants to come to the Historic Society, you're more than welcome.
When is it?
It is interesting.
It's the third Wednesdays.
What is that, the third, what is it, the third Wednesday? 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock here.
Mhm.
Okay. Next on the list is the board. Does the board have anything? That's us. I don't know, it's like, it's got quiet up here, I
I
just
did
figured it.
quiet there, and everybody's like thinking, I don't know, my thing's
Okay.
back on.
Being nothing. We have correspondence through Keystone Cement.
The only time you'll see shakedown is a good word.
there a letter from the school district I heard that's gotten passed around? Somewhere?
Next Thursday.
Or it came in our email?
Thursday. It's
Yeah,
an
it was.
email.
That's exactly
Okay, I'll
what
have to look it up.
it was. Shame on all of them.
Yeah, how about it?
We have actually 2 from Keystone. Any comments on those? Wilmar Manor, or Will Manor? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't say that though.
Oh, below it does. The
I
blue
forgot
is Wilmar.
which one that is.
Sorry, I was reading it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll make a motion.
No, not just
Sorry,
yet.
hold it.
Not yet, not yet.
Sorry about
Okay,
that.
back to the public comment. This public comment deals with whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
Anything? Yes, ma'am. If you step to the podium, please.
Hey, my name is Pat Stoniker. I've lived on Frank's Drive at Spring Lake Village. I live right behind the bank. I wanted to ask about Jake breaks. Have we discussed, have you had discussions about?
Can't use the name brand.
I understand that, but just so you know what I'm talking about.
Brake retarders.
Brake retarders.
Okay. Have we had discussions?
It's, we've had several discussions. They have to be limited to a very specific part of the township.
Okay,
Like, we can't do it from one end of the township to the other.
okay.
Where are you,
What I'm asking for is like right in front of Cyples Farms, as they're going down the hill, then they go up the little hill and then back down again to hit the light of Airport Road and 329. I contacted Hanover for their ordinances. I have Bath's ordinances. I know that enforcement is probably a challenge, but I think a sign would go a long way of maybe not using Jake brakes in those particular areas.
okay.
Brake retarders.
I'm gonna let Jim talk to this. It's not as easy as just us deciding.
I understand.
There's a whole scenario.
I understand. I also contacted Zach Mako, and he was the one who was telling me that there has to be a PennDOT study. However, I talked to Hanover and Bath, and neither one of them had PennDOT studies performed. So,
I can assure you of one thing, there is a required engineering study that has to be done. You're talking about a state road, so then on top of just the standard study, it would have to be approved by PennDOT. Just from my knowledge of the area, Airport Road is too steep, and they will not approve anything that has a road grade greater than about 4 to 5% for more than 400 to 500 feet. They will only allow that to be restricted on flatter slopes. So it's highly unlikely the area that you're describing would fall within the parameters that would allow us to restrict the use of that equipment.
that's Airport Road. How about 329?
It's even worse.
That's even steeper.
You've got,
So I don't understand, because the
grade of
grade
the
is
hill.
harder,
they're allowed to
They're-
use
they're-
that
they're-
because that helps slow the vehicle down.
yes.
So that's why we can't restrict it if the slopes are steeper.
So, let me tell you something, if I can.
Sure.
So I live on Airport Road. So when we first moved into this township, my wife decided, she saw this thing here with the township about Jake brakes. So my wife called in here and wanted to know why the signs didn't go up further on Airport Road. God bless her soul, you know what it cost us? It's worse now with the sign than it was without the sign. They let it rip right there in front of the house, every time.
Okay,
So what I'm saying is, the sign did not help us, it hurt us.
okay.
No, the only thing, our only step would be to request the study. They don't have to do the study, but on behalf of the township, we could send a
Does it
request.
cost money to have a study done?
I don't think so.
It doesn't cost money if you have PennDOT do it, but then you don't know if they'll do it or when they'll do it. If you have me do it, it will cost money for our firm to do the study, but it still has to be approved by PennDOT. And again, my local knowledge of the area, before I would spend the township's money to do the study, I would just take a couple of quick grade checks and say, yeah, it's not worth pursuing, or yes, we have a chance here. We did the one along Airport Road for the lower section where it's flatter, and we submitted that data to PennDOT and they approved it. But they're very stringent on that.
Which is that sign still there?
On Airport Road?
Yeah,
Oh, God, they're there.
it is, okay.
It's on the, not your side of Airport Road, it's on his side of Airport Road.
Okay,
It comes in from Hanover Township.
Yeah,
okay.
it's the lower section that comes from Hanoverville Road
That's-
up towards Frank's Corner.
That's
is the
why
area
that was
where it's-
approved there, because the grade wasn't as much. But if you go further up on Airport Road or on 329, that's, I would say almost a 6% or 8% grade.
What I can do, and like I said, I'll do this on my own time. I'll take a couple of quick measurements. We have a digital level is what we use. And if it looks like it's feasible, I'll report back to the board, but if it looks like it's not feasible, I'll report back to the board that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have people come to you and spoke about this before?
Not this location,
No.
Pat. Other places in the township,
Yeah,
yes.
other places.
We looked at it on 248 coming down into Bath. Again, as I said, we did look at it along Airport Road, south of where you're talking. It's something that comes up often, and usually it's not hard, I'll say, to do a preliminary assessment and determine whether it's worth pursuing.
Is there anything I can do
No,
to help this?
only if you can change the grade of the road.
I have
Don't
not,
paint
don't
it.
have. All right, well, that was just my question. If, you know, I'd appreciate it. It is really loud. and
It is, and
It's only getting worse.
some are worse
and-
than others even.
Yeah.
When they have straight pipes.
Yeah, the straight
Yeah.
pipes.
Could never figure that out with, you drive through a town or somewhere with a 1968 Camaro without mufflers, they're gonna pull you over in a heartbeat. These straight stacks on these triaxles are just deafening.
And unfortunately, it must be the way it's set up over there. It just gets like trapped into that little valley,
Right,
and
this
man,
different sound kind of bounces
it makes
off
your
things.
teeth rattle.
Going down 248, it's the same way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So what we're gonna do for you is he's gonna take a preliminary look at it, and he'll get back to us probably next meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay, being nothing.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Motion is made by Georgianne, seconded by Mark, to close the meeting. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Go home.
Can you tell that this place here actually does road studies for municipalities?